Picture this. It's 2030. You wake up, check your phone, and see a notification. Your position has been automated. Thank you for your service. You're not alone. Your neighbor got the same message. So did your brother, and your accountant, and that smug guy from HR who said AI was just a trend. This isn't science fiction. AI experts are now saying that by 2030, only 5 types of jobs will survive the automation apocalypse. If you're not in one of them, you need to listen very carefully. Let's be brutally honest. The World Economic Forum predicts 85 million jobs will simply vanish by 2030. 85 million. But here's what nobody is telling you. It's not just factory workers or truck drivers anymore. We're talking about accountants, lawyers, radiologists, customer service reps, even software developers. The very people who thought their careers were safe are about to get the rudest awakening of their lives. Geoffrey Hinton, the man literally called the Godfather of AI, recently warned we're at the dawn of a radical transformation that nobody on Earth can fully predict. When the guy who invented the technology is nervous, we should all be paying attention. So why are most jobs doomed? Here's the fundamental difference with this revolution. It doesn't just replace your hands, it replaces your brain. The Industrial Revolution automated muscle. AI automates thinking, and thinking is what 90% of modern jobs are built on. Data entry? Gone. Quality assurance? Automated. Legal research? An AI can do it in 3 seconds. Medical diagnostics? AI is already more accurate than many doctors at detecting certain cancers. And here's the kicker. AI won't take your job, but a human using AI will. If you're not adapting right now, you are volunteering to become obsolete. Any job that is repetitive, predictable, or rule-based is on the endangered species list. But here's the good news. Yes, there is good news. Experts have identified categories of work that will not only survive, but actually thrive in 2030. Let's break down the first 2. First, there's the human connection specialist. An AI can diagnose depression, but it can't hold your hand when you're crying at 2 in the morning. It can't read the tension in the room during a negotiation. It can't sense when an elderly parent needs comfort, not just medication. Therapists, hospice workers, executive coaches, conflict mediators, these roles require emotional intelligence, empathy, that indefinable human touch. AI can simulate empathy, but it can't feel it. And people know the difference. The data is clear. Patients who receive genuine human emotional support recover 40% faster. The irony is, as AI makes the world more efficient, people will crave authentic human connection more desperately than ever. The second safe harbor is what you could call the creative chaos agent. AI is incredible at recognizing patterns. It's terrible at creating chaos. It can write a decent blog post, but it can't create the next Breaking Bad or design a building that makes people weep with awe. True creativity, the kind that breaks rules, challenges norms, and creates something the world has never seen, requires human intuition and a willingness to fail spectacularly. AI optimizes. Humans innovate. Artists, screenwriters, architects, brand strategists, if your job is to make people feel something new, you're golden. The secret is, AI is trained on what already exists. It's fundamentally backward-looking. It remixes the past, but can't imagine a future that hasn't happened yet. The most valuable skill in 2030 won't be creating content, it'll be creating ideas that have never existed before, something only a human brain wired for irrational leaps of faith can do.
Let's continue with job number 3, the ethical guardian. Here's a fun question for you. Who decides if an AI should approve your loan or diagnose your illness, or determine if you're a security threat? As AI becomes more powerful, we desperately need humans to set boundaries, to audit the algorithms, and to ask the really uncomfortable questions. AI ethicists, compliance officers, regulatory specialists, these are the referees of the AI age. Someone has to make sure the robots don't accidentally create a dystopia. Might as well be you. Consider this. In 2024, a healthcare AI was found to be denying insurance claims at a 90% error rate. It took a human whistleblower to catch it. The algorithm thought it was doing its job perfectly. As these systems control more and more of our lives, the demand for ethical oversight is going to explode, and governments will be hiring these guardians by the thousands to prevent the next catastrophic algorithmic failure. Next, job number 4, the complex problem solver. AI excels at problems with clear parameters. It struggles with messy, multi-layered, it depends situations. Crisis management consultants, urban planners, geopolitical strategists, emergency room doctors, these jobs require synthesizing incomplete information, making judgment calls under pressure, and adapting to chaos in real time. If your job involves you saying, "Well, it's complicated," more than 3 times a day, you're probably safe. Here's why. AI needs clean data and clear rules, but the real world is full of contradictions, cultural nuances, and situations where the right answer depends on context that just can't be quantified. When a city faces a water crisis, a pandemic, and a political uprising simultaneously, you don't need an algorithm. You need a human who can think in 3 dimensions, prioritize competing disasters, and make the least bad decision with incomplete information. And that brings us to job number 5, the human AI translator. This is the big one, the job that didn't even exist 5 years ago, but will dominate 2030. Someone needs to bridge the gap between what AI can do and what humans need it to do. Prompt engineers, AI trainers, human-in-the-loop specialists, these are the people who make AI actually useful instead of just impressive. Think of them as the interpreters between humanity and the machines. And trust me, we're going to need a lot of them. Here's the reality. Companies are spending billions on AI that employees don't know how to use. 70% of AI implementations fail because there's no one there to translate business problems into AI solutions. The people who can speak both languages, human need and machine capability, will be the highest paid professionals of the decade, because they're the only ones who can turn expensive AI toys into actual profit-generating tools. So, here's your action plan, because just listening to this won't save your career. Acting on it will. First, audit your current job. Is it repetitive, predictable, rule-based? If yes, you have maybe 18 months to pivot. Not 5 years, 18 months. Second, double down on skills AI can't replicate. Emotional intelligence, creative thinking, ethical reasoning, complex problem solving. These are your survival skills. Third, learn to work with AI, not against it. The people who master AI tools will replace the people who ignore them. It is that simple. And fourth, stay flexible. The job you'll have in 2030 might not even exist yet. The ability to learn, adapt, and reinvent yourself is now more valuable than any specific skill. Look, I know this is heavy, but here's the truth. Every major technological shift creates winners and losers. The winners are the ones who see it coming and adapt. The losers are the ones who stick their heads in the sand and hope it all just goes away. AI isn't coming, it's already here. The question is, will you be one of the jobs that survive or one of the 85 million that don't? The choice is yours. Choose wisely.